me will always be tight. Memory every single day and night. Even when you start to acting like a fool, you know I'm loving every single thing you do.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Alexis, not Alexis. Okay, if you guys have not already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and click that notification bell so you can be the first. Alright, the first to know when I upload a new video. You guys, I'm going to be sharing with you all my experience working in a jail, okay? A jail. So before I get into all the details, I know y'all want the tea and the gossip and all the above. However, I do have to make this quick disclaimer, guys. This is just my personal experience, okay? This does not mean in any way, shape, or form that you're gonna go through the same things. In fact, I guarantee you that you're not gonna go through the same things. But baby, let me tell you this though. Watch this whole video to the end because this video might save your life, okay? This video might save your life. So I just want to get into why I decided to become a corrections officer. At the time, I was already a juvenile correction officer. I was working in a juvenile detention center, and I got a call from the county jail that this video is based upon. I got a call from them, and they're saying, hey, we saw your application. Why don't you go ahead and come in so we can get you on board? And I'm like, you know what? I don't like these kids anyway. They don't pay me enough. I'm here too much. When do y'all want me to come in? So that brings me to the hiring process. You guys, my hiring process literally took maybe 2 weeks. For anyone who may work in law enforcement or is pursuing that, you know this hiring process can take up to 6 to 8 months, if not longer. So the first thing that I had to do is a physical agility test. You guys, don't be scared. This is another word for a fitness test, okay? It's okay. It's just a fitness test. This particular fitness test that I took, I want to say I just had to do 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, and I think I had to do like a mile run in a short time frame. Guys, it was not that hard. I promise you, if I can do it, you can do it, okay? So the very next day I had an interview. Seemed kind of backwards, like interview should come first, then the physical agility. What do I know? So the next day, the very next day, I had another interview. The second interview that I had, I want to say it just consisted of 3 people. I think it was like the major, the captain, I want to say the sheriff maybe. It was a long time ago. So the very next day, I took a psychological evaluation. Now, this psychological evaluation can take up to 8 hours, okay? This test, the best description I can give of this is that it's just a test that measures your maturity maybe. So they give you this test, in my opinion, just to see if you're equipped enough to work with these people who's done God knows what. So that's the best description I can give. So after I did my psychological evaluation, right after, in the same day, I had a one-on-one interview with the psychologist. So I think he asked me like 3 questions. I want to say he just asked me how old I was. I was 19 at the time. And he asked me what school I went to and what was my major. So that same day I got a call from the psychologist, and he's like, you know, we think you're too young and you don't have enough experience, so maybe you shouldn't be a correction officer. And I'm like, but I already am a correction officer and I do have experience, so next. So I'm like, okay, so what do you suggest then? And he's like, well, you know, we think you're too young to be around these inmates, so we're gonna still let you be an officer. You're gonna have the title, but you're just not gonna have like direct contact with these inmates, and all you're gonna do is kind of like work in the towers and supervise. You don't have to like be around them as much. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Like I said, these kids I'm dealing with now, it's not it. I don't like what I'm doing, so when do I start? The very next day after I did my psychological and my one-on-one interview, they sent me to get a physical done, basically like a sports physical that you would get when you're trying out for school sports. So basically like running in place, making sure you're not gonna pass out. And then I think I did my drug test there also, and I want to say I got my vision and hearing done too. Now guys, please listen closely. For anyone who is watching this who may want to pursue any professional or law enforcement career, you guys, if you consume illegal substances, hey, that's on you. I feel for you. However, most of these law enforcement jobs require you to not have done any any illegal substance in the past 3 to 5 years. So with that being said, they're going to give you a polygraph, okay? They're going to give you a polygraph test to ensure everything you said on your application is correct. They're going to find out if you've done anything in that time frame. So I told you, my hands are clean. So after my drug test and everything came back clear, that next week I started working. Now, my first day was the worst day, y'all. I promise you, my first day was the absolute worst of me. The entire time I worked there, my first day was awful. So let me tell you guys about my first day. My first day, I experienced 5 300-year-old inmates jacking off to my face. Okay, it was hard. I'm about to cry. Yes, I witnessed 5 inmates jacking off to my face on my first day. So basically, I'm sitting inside the towers just, you know, watching everybody, and as soon as I look at these particular inmates, and once they see them, that's when they started jacking off. Mind you, they're all naked, okay? So as soon as I look at them, they start doing it. And I'm like, oh, first of all, doesn't that hurt? And for two, it was disgusting, okay? Like, they're already ancient, 300-year-old, about to turn into dust any day. Like, I'm probably your great-great-granddaughter because y'all so old. And it was, guys, the most nastiest thing I've ever seen in my life. So when I told my supervisor about what happened, he literally told me, you know, you're an attractive woman, so this is going to be normal. This is what they do, and they're men, so you got to get over it. Are you serious? Like, where's the cameras? Please show me where the cameras are, because you're joking. This is a joke. No. Every day that I worked on the male unit, I kid you not, I probably saw about 30 penises, okay? It got to the point where I'm like, I hate men. I really do. Like, I don't want to see no more men. I don't want to talk to no more men. Like, I want to start an anti-men movement because I hate y'all. I really do. Like, I don't like y'all. So unfortunately, that is something that I did have to encounter almost the whole time of me working there. So that brings me to the next thing that I want to address, which is the scheduling. So most law enforcement jobs, you work 12-hour shifts. However, this particular jail, we worked 8-hour shifts. With that being said, we had 3 shifts in one day. I personally felt like I was on night shift the whole time I was there because I was new. On top of that, my off days sucked. They were Wednesday and Thursday permanently. You're not going to get your weekends off at this particular jail unless you've been there for 50+ years. Okay, maybe not 50, maybe like 10 or so, but yeah, it was very inconvenient. So since my off days are Wednesday and Thursday forever, I cannot go out and do anything because I'm on night shift, and y'all know everything pop off at night. So you know, I can never go out and do anything because I'm on night shift. So if I wanted to go out and do something, I had to call out, which is unacceptable. I shouldn't have to do that just to go enjoy myself. Like every Friday and Saturday, my friends be like, Lex, you want to go out and do this? You want to go to the movies? I'm like, girl, I gotta go to work. And they're like, oh my God, you always at work. I'm like, I know. Yes. Unfortunately, that's how it was. So that brings me to the next thing. This is what y'all want. Y'all like, Lex, tell us what we want to hear. What's up with that pay? What that pay looking like? What them coins looking like? Okay, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I personally do not recommend anyone who wants to live comfortable and decent to pursue this job. It's just not a lot of money. If anyone who works in law enforcement can relate, please comment down below and tell me that I am correct. Law enforcement jobs usually do not pay that much. So this is for anyone who may be pursuing law enforcement. Make sure this is what you really want to do and that you love your job, because if you're in it for the money, you're going to be disappointed every 2 weeks when you get your check, okay? I told you. I personally do not know how most people survived off of this. You know, when you have a house, car note, car insurance, phone bill, kids. I don't know how y'all did it, but y'all did it and y'all are amazing. I personally could not do it, but at the time I was still in school, so I'm not expecting a, you know, high paying decent job. So it was okay. It got what I needed taken care of, and that was that. But right now, I think if I was still working there, I probably would be struggling. Yeah. So this is a salary job, so that means every 2 weeks your check is going to be the same unless you miss a couple days or you do overtime. And honestly, if you do not do overtime at this particular job, then you are not going to make money. You are not going to make money. So the next thing that I want to address is the supervisors. Guys, just like any other job that you have, you're gonna have those supervisors that are very approachable, that you can talk to about anything. If you're running late, they are understanding. You can get a letter of recommendation, references, all that. However, you're gonna also have that 1, 2, or 3 supervisor who are out to get you. Okay, I had one supervisor who I feel like hated me, wanted me gone. Like, she did not want me there at all. I'm telling you, this particular supervisor was out to get me. I felt like, oh my god, like, where is she? Is she here today? Because I might call out. Like, is she gonna write me up for walking down the hallway the way she doesn't want me to walk? Oh my god, like, is she at my car? Please, someone tell me before I go. Yes, that's how it was. I personally feel like this woman was out to get me. Another thing that is so important about my experience working here that I really want to share with you guys is the conditions of the facility. Guys, just know every facility is not clean. Okay, I will say that again.
Every facility is not clean.
Keep that in mind. That means that you have to also work in this filth, which is very unacceptable. There was this one particular floor on the jail that smelled like bad decisions. Who did it and why? And please do not do it again. I kid you not, guys. This floor was terrible. Just imagine everybody in your household using that same toilet and not flushing between every use and letting it sit there for a couple days. That's what this floor smelled like. Okay, I promise you, like, it was like demonic. Okay, it was that bad. So like I said, I had that one supervisor who didn't like me and who was out to get me. So they used to put me there every single day, trying to get me to quit, trying to get me out the door. It ain't gonna happen like that. Yes, so this person put me there every single day, and I kid you not, guys, this was terrible. Just imagine having to sit in something so unpleasant for 8 hours a day in a box where you can't go nowhere. It just was not pretty. Okay, so just keep that in mind, that every facility that you work at is not going to be clean. Unfortunately, you have to deal with those type of things. So the next thing that I want to share with you guys about my experience working in a jail is this. Guys, you're going to experience a lot of your coworkers getting themselves into situations that you do not want to be a part of. I experienced so many of my co-workers having relationships with inmates. Oh my god, it is not worth it, guys. It's not worth it. Okay, you do not want to be walked out the door or fired for someone who's probably never gonna get out and see daylight again. Guys, it's not worth it. Okay, you do not want that on your resume, on your record. Just don't do it. Okay, please, just for me, don't do it. So unfortunately, when you do experience those type of situations, I say the best thing that you can do is just set yourself a part of that. Guys, you do not want your name in those investigations. You don't want that. It is not pretty. You do not want any parts of that, especially if it has nothing to do with you. Okay, so just stay away. Stay away from me. You got that over there? Keep that over there. Yeah, okay. So besides the conditions of the jail, you know, co-workers doing whatever they want to do, the pay, the scheduling, the jacking off, I personally would not say this was just the worst experience that I've ever had. I personally think I met a lot of great people. I think some of the supervisors I met were awesome. You know, of course, you got those ones that are out to get you. But yeah, other than that, I really don't think it was just the worst experience that I had. But I will say this, I do not recommend anyone to just fill out the application because you need a job. I know this job is always hiring, but that's also because they can't keep anyone. Keep that in mind. So I do have a couple of tips that I want to share with you guys for anyone who may be interested in working in this profession. The first tip I do want to give you guys is probably one of the most important, guys. Inmates are not your friends.
Inmates are not your friends.
I cannot say this enough time. The next tip that I do want to give you guys is to just treat the inmates with respect. I promise you that will make your job this much easier. Okay, if you treat them with respect, I promise you, you will probably get the same in return, and you will not be one of those officers that everyone hates and they're going to give you a hard time. So just treat them with respect and you will go a long way. Okay, so that brings me to the next tip that I want to give you guys. Please leave work at work. You do not want to bring that negative energy to your home, to your family, whomever. You don't want it, and plus they don't pay you when you're at home, so keep it at work. The next tip, and probably one of the most important tips that I want to share with you guys, is to never give inmates things that the job does not entail. Meaning, don't give them that extra juice, that extra whatever they're asking for. Guys, once they got you, they got you. Okay, once you do something for them, you cannot stop, because I promise you, inmates talk. They will go to your supervisors and tell on you at any time, so you will never be able to stop doing for them if you do that one thing for them, because they got you. And you don't want to see yourself walked out the door or being fired for bringing them stuff that could have been prevented from the first time. If there's anyone who experienced the same thing that I went through, or maybe are aspiring to be a correction officer, just share your experiences with me in the comments, you guys. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.